Welcome to another Lake Mead update. The weather's been crazy out here in Vegas. If you live here, you know. If not, let me show you what's been going on the last week and a half. So there's been a lot of storms coming through, a lot of flooding all over downtown. People's houses getting flooded. Some streets have been 4 or 5 feet of water. People try to cross these areas and the cars end up getting water in the intake, and a lot of cars breaking down, a lot of insurance claims. Also, the storm took a couple lives, I believe. One that I know for sure was a homeless guy that was down in the tunnels. We're gonna get out here, see what the results of this are, and show Lake Mead. All right, as always, Junior.
We are back. Beautiful Lake Mead. It says the weather's going to be good today, but this morning it was pouring down rain here at the lake. It's going to be interesting. A lot of people have been sending pictures about the boat. Is the boat completely underwater now? Everybody's been curious about it. You guys were commenting a lot that you want us to get back out ASAP and check it out. A lot going on here at the lake though. I'm pretty excited to check it out and take a look. Beautiful day. Nice and cloudy as far as it goes right now. And if you haven't watched, our last video was of a really cool town up here in central Nevada. Really recommend you guys check that one out if you love history. But let's get to it.
So due to all these storms, we're gonna hit up all the spots that you guys enjoy watching over by the intake. The legendary boat that was sticking straight up out of the water, we're gonna see where that's at right now, and a couple other boats. If they are completely underwater, we're gonna use a sonar just to see how deep they are. But other than that, we're gonna head out there. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go check them out. Okay, this is the first stop. We are stopping at the Las Vegas intake. For those of you that don't know, this was the intake that takes water into Las Vegas. Currently closed down. It's not taking any water. I'll show you the pictures of what it looked like a year ago, about 6 months ago, and now it's completely gone. I'm also going to show you what the pipe looks like on sonar. It used to have these little connection points on it, and that's how we used to study how deep the thing actually was. And I'm noticing fish on it, so this just became a fishing trip. Adrian's gonna rig up real quick. We're gonna try to catch a fish on every piece of structure today. That's our goal. Think it's possible?
It might be. We're gonna be using a drop shot today, little wacky rig worm. So we're gonna see if we could catch them. We're seeing plenty of fish on these things, and it's pretty neat to see. The water got super clear again since we haven't been getting an absurd amount of storms, and you could see the whole shadow of the pipe. It's actually pretty neat.
Got him.
Yeah. Get them good? Ooh.
There it is, guys. Got a bass off the pipe. That's what we wanted to do. Beautiful little smallmouth bass. So we're gonna release him. We catch and release. Make sure that he goes back to his home. And he's gone. So after that amazing catch, we're off to the next spot. So as we're approaching the area that we normally go to, where that boat is sticking straight up, looking at this area, we can tell it's gone up a lot, because now the water is going way back over there towards the Las Vegas wash area. Looks like a whole different place out here. It's amazing. Is it gonna be gone or not?
I don't think so, not quite yet. It's almost there. Well, this is pretty neat. Somebody is either a fan of the channel and wanted to make sure that we can do updates for longer, or somebody just wanted to make sure that everyone knows it's an American boat.
If you did that, you're a good American. Now we can check the water levels.
The boat's not quite under yet, but it's getting closer by the day. That's actually pretty cool to see.
We're gonna catch a fish on this thing or what?
Yeah, you could try real quick. Let's try. With all the rain and like a little bit of flooding we've been getting, I guess, I didn't think it was as bad as it is out here, but there's sticks and logs everywhere. The water must have raised just enough to flood all these sticks and logs down. It's about the worst I've ever seen it getting back into this area.
As you approach this area of the lake, this is where the water runs off from the city. So this water is usually muddy. So we're gonna check on the sonar and we're gonna see the boat. You can see it's down there.
How deep is it now? 21 feet?
Yeah, so it's showing that it's 21 feet right here where we're at. It's right at the almost tip. Probably 10 inches, but that boat was completely exposed less than a year ago.
I don't think I've ever caught a bass in this little area right here.
Yeah, you just got lucky that time. Oh, he's gonna cast right there by the steering wheel. Fish jumped in there. Yeah, right there.
Perfect. Oh,
Did you get him?
No way.
He got a fish in the boat.
In the boat.
it's a striper.
Is it?
What's in that?
It's a little bass.
Oh no, it's a largie. It's a.
Yeah, thank you. So you just caught that bass inside the boat.
Yeah, it's the first largie I've gotten this year, I think.
Yeah, that's
I've been
crazy.
catching a lot of largies lately.
That's cool. Literally, if you were here a week and a half ago, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, there's a lot of carp and stuff back here, but I don't know if bass really like this really muddy water.
Yeah, there's a lot of really big shad and then carp and stuff.
So we gonna catch a fish on this one? I don't think there's fish on it.
No, there's no bass on it right now. One thing about this time of year in the fall is as it's turning into fall and it's just barely starting to cool down a little bit here in the desert, the bass fishing could be tricky. It's that real funky time of year for bass fishing. So we're gonna try to catch some fish today. No saying if we're gonna catch a lot. Here in about a month or so, when we get more consistent cool weather, the bass fishing will get incredible. But when you're in that transition period between the dog days of summer and fall, you get what they call the fall funk, and fishing can be weird.
Has the water started to transition?
It hasn't yet. We're still at 81 degrees, but as it starts to cool a little bit and it starts to turn and the whole water gets the same temperature, the bass fishing will get great.
It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
That's about what, 3 weeks away?
Probably about 3 weeks.
3 weeks away. Fishing will be amazing. I don't know about back here though. It's a little bit muddy.
Caught some bass back here before, some alright ones, but it's never really like really good.
Main lake.
Yeah,
Clear
where the
water.
water is really clear, that's where I like to fish.
Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those
All right.
gooses.
Did you see the gooses? All right, so we're going to the ghost boat.
I don't know if I've ever seen this much stuff wash into the lake at once, because last time we got right up to that boat. Looks like it's not floating too much anymore. Thing's pretty well stuck.
It's going back under, guys. It's over. We can't really get too close because of all this debris, but
Yeah,
it's going under.
there's grass growing on top of it. Wow, that's pretty neat. There's even a rake floating.
That'll ruin your day coming through here 70 miles an hour. Look at that. We're not used to that here in this lake. That on the East Coast, that was everywhere. Out here, we're not used to that, so.
What is that, an alligator straight ahead? Look at that.
Oh yeah, there's gators here now. Alligator at Lake Mead. That should be the thumbnail.
We found a gator.
What a beautiful sight. This actually makes me happy right here. So when the water started to go down at Lake Mead, one of my favorite fishing spots got exposed. Right there, maybe 10 feet under, is a spot where I got stuck in the mud. This is one of the first places that made me notice that the water was dropping. But now it's gone back up, everything's looking good. And now this cove that was completely exposed is now looking beautiful again. So let's take a closer look.
For a second, I didn't recognize it. That was weird.
This area right here goes off of Main Lake. And look how clear the water is. It's beautiful. This water's 5 feet deep right here. You can see the bottom.
You could tell that all this was exposed by the big cracks in the mud. And when this all first went down, and it was that super soft mud. When it dries out, it had all these really big cracks in it. And now it got submerged again, so I wonder if over time these cracks are gonna slowly like fade out, or if they're gonna and like smoothen out, or if they're gonna stay like that.
I saw a bunch of small fish right there. They're hiding in those cracks. It's gonna help them out. A lot of them will survive. Let's go look back here real quick and then we'll move on to the next boat. Look at back there. That's pretty neat. Let's see.
Yeah, that almost looks trippy. Like it looks super cool how it's all still cracked yet underwater.
Yeah.
It just has a cool look to it, doesn't it?
I
Looks
bet
really
you'll go
neat.
2 feet in the mud. You try to walk across that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna sink super fast.
I always love seeing some Lake Mead bluegill. We don't have a whole lot of them in our lake here, but when you see them, it's just super cool.
Look at how amazing that looks.
Man, this is a pretty cool view. There's a bunch of little tilapia running around out here. There's one right there.
That would be cool to cast net on them.
And do a cook them up, cook them
Yeah.
up whole.
Oh, you got him, I think. Yep, you got him. It's a good one.
You thought you missed them, huh?
Fruits of our labor. Right here we got what we call a tilapia.
Oh, you should have threw them out first. Oh, we'll film them later.
You want to see what it looks like? Let's show them what a
Yeah.
tilapia looks like real quick.
Maybe we can catch a couple more too.
Yeah, if not, we'll fry this guy up. It's all good.
So these guys are highly invasive, perfect eating size. They get a lot bigger than this. We both fished for these guys a lot, but hey, when they're that size too and you can catch them, they're pretty good eating.
All right, we'll fry that thing whole. Hopefully we can catch one more, so we at least both get a bite or two.
Got the other one. Right onto the paper plate.
So here's another boat that you guys have seen. It was right here. Now it's underwater. Thing's 20 feet, nah, 15 feet.
Oh,
now.
I can see it. That is deep.
Oh, there's bass all over it.
Oh, man.
There's bass everywhere.
Did I catch the boat?
Boat fish.
Oh, look at them, look at them, look at them.
So that's what the boat looks like from underneath. Kind of weird looking. Can't really tell because it's kind of by rocks. It just looks like a normal rock. Has a little bit of a glare on it, but you can see the fish down there. Bass everywhere on it. They're stuck to structure. They're biting the baits, but they're a lot smaller than we're used to catching.
Got them.
They're a little bit too small to hook up.
They're way too small to be hooking up. Got them, got them. Oh.
Oh man, what size hook you got on that thing? Too big.
Size 1, normal for normal bass fishing.
About 100 bites, but we don't want to switch our hooks because we got 101.
100 to 1 now.
We don't want to switch our baits though because we want to go catch bigger bass.
Yeah, there's some bigger ones down there, but they're not even having the chance to bite it because there's a bunch of little like 2-3 inch fish.
I'm slaying them today. Bam! It's a very beautiful fish. Look at those
Blue stripes.
those little blue stripes that it has. Let's let this guy go. Beautiful
Future monster.
Whoop, there he goes. We're just gonna fish around a little bit, see if we can get on a bigger bass, and if we can't, we're gonna head home, fry up those tilapia, and just go from there.
Oh!
We got him a little bit deeper, guys, 35 feet.
There's a bunch down there. Bunch still down there. Nice one.
We did it.
Yeah,
Pulled off a big one.
fishing's very slow right now and tough. I had to fish extremely slow to hook this guy, and honestly a really small bait too, and hooked him good.
He's fat.
That's a good one.
So in the fall, these guys, they start prepping for winter. They're gonna eat a lot. This ain't even as fat as he's gonna get. He's gonna get really fat. But
yeah,
he's a football.
Yeah, that's a healthy little guy.
He's 2 3/4.
Yeah, I don't want to call him quite 3, but he's right around there.
Beautiful, healthy fish. With all this rain and everything, these fish are just beautiful. All those shad, they spawned pretty good.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I had to fish super slow. I was pretty much dead sticking it, crawling it over every little rock, and then feels good to catch one like that. Largemouth bass right there. Awesome. Well, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Gotta love Lake Mead largies.
Going back to 35 feet deep.
Yeah, 35 feet. That was crazy. That was awesome. He put up a pretty good fight. I was surprised. Well, we appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. Lake Mead update as always. We're going to continue doing them. We had a blast out here today. Fishing's been slow, but we made it happen. So we got a couple tilapia now. We're going to head home. We're going to scale them up and fry them. So catch and cook. All right, we're back in the kitchen. Time to do some cooking. You can see here, this is what was on the menu. Tilapia. I just scaled them, gutted them, slice them sideways so that you can get some nice crunch going on in there. It's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna fry them whole. We're gonna do it old school style. It's gonna be super easy. All we're gonna do for this is we're gonna go into our flour mix, egg wash, back to the flour mix, right into some deep oil. We're gonna let those fry for a little bit until they're nice and golden brown and done. They'll be crispy and taste delicious. Now the flour mix was easy, just some basic all-purpose flour, some black pepper, some Mediterranean sea salt. I threw in some lemon pepper and some onion powder. I'm gonna pull them out, see if they're done. Oh yeah, they already feel real crunchy. Right on there to collect some of the excess grease. Right onto the paper plate. So, if you're cooking fish, cannot forget the most important ingredient, lemon. You gotta put it on while it's hot. So sprinkle on some lemon on both of them, and then they're just about ready to eat right when they cool down.
All right, what do we got here, guys?
We've got some delicious looking tilapia.
That's great.
These are unprotected and they're actually considered an invasive species. The state doesn't like the fact that these got into the lake, so they're unprotected. You can catch them however you can and eat them any size, any amount. So when they're small like this, we like to catch them when we can and fry them whole, and it makes for a pretty good meal. So
we have a taste tester right here. This is my nephew. He's actually here staying with us for a while. He's going to real estate school with Juju, with Julian, so they're partnering up. Once they graduate, we'll let you guys know. So if you guys need to buy a house, they're ready.
Pretty good. You can taste the lemon in it.
You just can't go wrong with tilapia. It's good. When they're this small too, they're real tender. Man, that was good. Here, since you never had it like this, I'll give you a little insider. See that fin right? See one of these fins? Grab it and crunch it up. Eat the meat off the bone too if you want, but the tail's like a little chip. Is it crunchy?
Be careful. He looked like he's part of the spine.
So normally you just grab them like this?
Yeah, just grab
just the little edges? Real crunchy. You want to try some now?
Yeah, is it pretty good?
Oh, it's great.
Get a little taste real quick. Scooby, you can't have any.
Now, you guys have seen Roman before on Julian's bull elk hunt. Was it good?
Yeah, I'll give it like a 10 out of 10.
A 10.
Everything we cook around here is a 10, huh?
I guess so.
All right, I'm gonna start off with the crunchy tail. I ate a little bit of the spine like he did, just in case. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, pass the crunch test?
Yeah, let me get some of the meat. Let me taste some meat.
You flip them over and try the other side of them.
It's loaded with bones. Huh?
Yeah, flip them over and then you see little slices.
Oh yeah.
That's all meat.
1 bone, 2 bones, 100 bones. Right. Tastes like fish. Really good fish. White meat. Tilapia is always really good. Fried just how I like it. Perfect.
You know, what would you rank it? Like if you had to give it a rating?
9. I think the one that you cooked the other day outside was really good. That striper.
It was better?
Man, that was delicious.
Man, next time we do this, we're gonna have to catch about 20 of them for our meal. But it was actually really good. Whenever you fry fish whole like this, it's hard to go wrong. The lake was fun today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let us know what you want to see. So our next video coming out is actually going to be of my mule deer hunt. A lot of people are curious what happened with that. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, you guys are really going to enjoy the last one we posted. Make sure to click one of these links right here somewhere of a ghost town. We want to explore a cool ghost town here in Nevada. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you outdoors.